Welcome to the next video in the Fotobug photo course. You know, many new photographers have a problem wrapping their head around the relationship between the ISO, shutter, and aperture for controlling exposure. So I thought of a way that might help you visualize and understand just how these three factors relate. I've created a couple animations to help you understand this concept, at least hopefully. Imagine a pipe. This pipe will represent the aperture of our exposed triangle. A bigger pipe represents a larger aperture opening like f2.8. A smaller pipe represents a smaller opening like maybe f16. The pipe has a valve on it, which is going to represent the shutter speed. The valve can be turned on and off just like the shutter opens and closes to admit light. Finally, we have a glass that represents the camera sensor. The size of the glass will stand in for the ISO. A large glass takes more water to fill it, so that represents a low ISO, less sensitivity to light. A smaller glass fills up quickly, so that represents a high ISO. The goal in our scenario is to fill the glass with water from the pipe, close to the rim without overflowing. This represents a proper exposure, or we want just the right amount of light to strike the sensor without over or underexposing the image. In the first animation, we have a fairly large pipe and a typical glass. As you can see, the valve must be turned on and off rather quickly to fill up the glass with water. In this next animation, we're going to use a smaller pipe with the same size glass. Well, as you can see, the valve must be open for a longer period of time in order to fill the glass. Look at the two animations side by side to see that the smaller pipe, which represents a smaller aperture, requires the valve to remain open longer with the same size glass. In our final animated scenario, we're going to use a bigger glass, which represents a lower ISO. In this scenario, with the average size pipe, once again, the valve must remain open longer to fill the larger glass. Again, check out the two animations side by side. I hope you keep this visualization in mind, and it will help you understand the relationship between the aperture, the shutter speed, and ISO, and how they work together to allow the proper amount of light to reach the sensor to make a properly exposed image. So please leave any comments or questions below, and if you aren't already a subscriber to our channel, please take a second to subscribe right now. Thank you.